Incoming in 30 seconds.
Wouldn't be on the list.
You can read it.
Oh, well, a second. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I know. You just.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
All right.
Good communication.
Using double shield tank.
My barrier is destroyed.
Please move behind the barrier.
Pushing down.
Alright, Nevada is in the blue. Greene County is in the red here. You can see that Nevada is defending while Greene County is on the attack. We're here in our first match today of week 1 of Overwatch. Nevada's doing a good job here defending the zone. Nope. Greene County taking over the spot. Veda needs to knock them out, otherwise they're going to get the spot. And nope, they have it. So now Nevada's going to move to objective B to try to defend that.
They're gonna have a lot of votes too.
We got Jeremy, Nevada Cubs 1. We got Trevor, the Nevada Cubs 2. And there went our microphone. Give us 1 second.
Veda holding on to that point like it's for dear life. Making sure nobody is able to touch it. Both Jeremy and Trevor trying to get a sneak attack on the other enemy team. Will they succeed? We shall find out. Jeremy ultimately getting a 3-man. What a play. Can they keep it up?
Activating the barrier. You're going to be fine.
Greene County ultimately trying to get point, but has no success in trying to.
60 seconds.
Reinhardt trying to shatter. Doesn't ultimately work. It's canceled. Seems like it's total all-out mayhem while Nevada is trying to keep their point. Will they succeed in keeping the point? Mercy was able to get that res off for the Reinhardt. The Reinhardt tries desperately trying to swing his hammer around, but ultimately falls to the Brigitte. Diva's nuking. Will he? She ultimately gets 2 of Nevada's ultimate. This baby Diva's trying to 1v2. No, 3. Ultimately, our Diva ultimately and Our team is trying desperately. Going into overtime. Looks like Nevada takes this round and Greene County only gets 1 score. Will Greene County absolutely demolish Nevada?
0 to 1.
The second round. Both teams have swapped objectives. Nevada is now attacking while Greene County is now defending.
No, come back, Lucio. Speed in there, Lucio. Speed in there. Keep it on.
Use the speed one first.
Yeah, I like this. We're gonna go from basically the way they went.
Ready for battle.
Looks like they're running the same comp as last time.
Wall, so we'll have a
Let's see if it'll help them in this round. Greene County hasn't defended themselves yet.
Incoming in 30 seconds.
Actually, I figured it out. Now,
Looks like they're going for the dive comp. Looks like they're doing dive comp.
just when it gets closer to ending, we'll keep it.
It looks like she's trying to be really aggressive to see if it'll work out for them.
Defend objective A.
Nevada being really aggressive with their tactics. Let's see if they'll actually get through their defenses. Junkrat mining them. Nevada absolutely pouring the damage into them. Oh, looks like Diva flanked them from behind, trying to get a distraction. Ultimately, gets out of mech and gets booped off. Greene County using their support's ult. Just absolutely wasting their ult. Nevada ultimately getting the push in. Will they? Oh, and there's a Diva ult already coming out. Gets absolutely nobody in that. Nevada trying to take point. Two of Greene County's people are on it. Desperately fighting for that point. Will Nevada get it? Oh, they put Diva out of mech, and now we're absolutely hitting on her. Diva ultimately goes down to Nevada Cubs. Melting that Mercy and Lucio. And now Nevada has the point. Hopefully they do. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Nevada needs to get one tick on point B just to win the match. Trevor trying to pour in some more damage with that Diva ult, and launches his Diva ult, but doesn't make it over the shield. But is absolutely pushing on Greene County. Greene County doesn't know what's going on. All they see is shapes and colors. Absolutely melting their Orisa, bro. Next to the Junkrat, soldiers cowering away. Nevada takes it.
I am loving Adrian's commentary.
Nevada ultimately taking the first round. The play of the game goes to Junkrat, which would be who? Trevor. No. Josiah. Josiah is Nevada Cubs 1, absolutely demolishing everybody in his path. Takes no mercy in that kill. What a play by Nevada. Can Greene County step up their game so that they can win the next round? Let us see.
You're literally going to go to this one.
We're going to have a brief intermission, ladies and gentlemen. So if you need to go get some popcorn or drinks, I would suggest doing that now. All right, now we're moving on to round 2 on Junkertown. Will Nevada get another win? Now this game is a payload map. So one team has to push this payload, this little cool little payload right here, to the end of the map so that they can get a score. Each checkpoint they get a score by 1 point. The one with the most amount of checkpoints wins the game. Looks like Greene County is attacking this time, and Nevada is defending again.
30 seconds.
Looks like they're doing a old-fashioned Bastion setup, which may or may not get them the win this time. Well, they got a win already, but you know.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Looks like Junkrat is desperately trying to get their Bastion out of the way, so that way they can that way they can get their payload pushed. Junkrat taking out our enemy support. Well, not enemy support. Well, I don't know. Nevada is desperately trying to defend while Greene County is pushing through their defenses, absolutely walking through them like they are nothing. Nevada is absolutely getting steamrolled right now. Could they turn it around to where they will steamroll Greene County? Bastion ultimately absolutely exploding himself out of nowhere. Greene County is absolutely demolishing Nevada. Nevada is desperately trying to keep them from first point. Diva trying to be a hero, but doesn't ultimately succeed in trying to be a hero. It's not looking too good for Nevada right now. Greene County is just absolutely plowing through them. Jeremy trying to get the flank on him, trying to take one out. Doesn't ultimately get it. Gets it that time.
Activating the barrier.
Using Sigma's ult doesn't get a kill on anybody, but does a little bit of damage.
Get inside.
Jeremy takes out one. Gets Diva out of mech, but ultimately falls to the soldier after being beamed aggressively. Nevada's having some really good defense put up. Will they be able to keep it up? Our Bastion absolutely going into Super Saiyan. Gets 2 kills off of that one tank mortar. Jeremy finds that Reinhardt and absolutely tries to get him out of the picture, but doesn't ultimately succeed. D.Va tries to send in her nuke, but it doesn't ultimately get anybody. Well, actually, it did get somebody. It got the Brigitte, who was out of position. Our D.Va tries to ult, but gets nobody in that ult. Greene County is getting the upper hand, and Jeremy is being mean to them, absolutely taking out 3 of their damage. I don't know. Nevada is trying desperately to keep the payload from moving into that next checkpoint. Baptiste using his ult so that way they can get some extra damage in, so that way they don't get the point. Jeremy taking out both the D.Va and the Junkrat, taking their best damage out of the picture. Jeremy is ultimately flanking to get some kills, takes out their healer. Looks like they're taking high ground, so that way they can get a better angle on every enemy that comes their way. Greene County is putting the heat on Nevada. Reinhardt trying to be a hero and ultimately does get the payload to a little bit of a advantage to them. Nevada just now knowing that the enemy team is pushing the payload now is just putting the heat on all of them and punishing them. And Greene County gets a 3-man with the D.Va ult. Jeremy is desperately trying to keep the point by using Death Blossom. Doesn't get anybody except for that Lucio. Jeremy is still alive on the payload. What is he doing? He is a madman. Jeremy ultimately going down to Greene County's D.Va. They're using everything they got. Nevada's trying desperately to keep them from getting to that next checkpoint. Little by little, the payload is getting closer and closer to the checkpoint. Ultimately losing to Greene County, and Greene County gets the next checkpoint. Now this is the last checkpoint, ladies and gentlemen. Will Nevada be able to defend for that long? Jeremy getting a flank, trying to be really sneaky, but ultimately gets spotted by the D.Va. Wraith's out of there so that way he doesn't get killed. Sigma going in for a slam dunk. Gets one. D.Va's out of mech. What? Nevada absolutely pouring it in on Greene County. Greene County absolutely getting their ankles broke by Nevada. Greene County is not having it. Now that they're pushing the payload, they're willing to stay on the payload for their lives. D.Va nuking. Gets nobody but that immortality field. Soldier and Junkrat using both their ults, trying to get through Nevada's defenses. Ultimately succeeding in doing that. And all of Nevada's defenses have been broken. by Greene County. It does not look good for Nevada at all, not in the slightest. Orisa using her ult so that way they can get more damage in. There's a lot of damage heroes in this game. Let's be honest. Getting 2 kills. Jeremy with 2 kills with the Death Blossom. And Trevor ground pounding one of them. Nevada ultimately succeeding in winning that first round. But it's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. They still gotta attack and push the payload, I guess. I don't know.
Initiating match.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. The payload has reset. Nevada has to get it right here to get that 3rd point. That way they can win the match. Will Nevada be able to get it over there?
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
There's no clue how. Problem was like. Everyone, come over to right side. Right side. All right.
Nevada trying desperately to see if they can make an MLG play so that they could absolutely break these guys' ankles.
Stop the payload.
Taking out Junkrat, all of those people. Nevada is ultimately forcing Greene County onto the ground so that way they can't do anything. Greene County has no idea what's going on. Trevor absolutely popping off his hog. Absolutely grappling that diva and giving her the old smack-a-doodle. Another hook by Trevor. What a beautiful hook. A literal get over here. Jeremy desperately trying to get this Junkrat off of him, and successfully does get the Junkrat off of him. It's really hard to say sometimes, honestly. Jeremy trying to flank, but doesn't want to flank in fear of getting killed. Baptiste using his ult so that they can get more damage in. Jeremy popping ult and trying to use aimbot on them. Don't worry, guys, it's legal. Jeremy ultimately getting absolutely smoked by the Orisa. Orisa putting in some damage, using Bongo to use.
They see 9, so. They see 9.
Oh, and it ultimately looks like that Nevada has C9. Those of you that don't know what C9ing is, it means going behind the enemy and pushing the payload to get to the next checkpoint. Diva nuking, trying to. Oh, that was a really high nuke. Oh my god. I know that's how real nukes are, but
Circuit dominance, bro. Circuit dominance.
Jeremy trying to get behind the enemy so he can get a juicy ult down. Mercy is by herself. Nobody to protect her. Where is Mercy's knight in shining armor? Bing bong. Almost a beautiful hook on Trevor's part, but ultimately does get the kill on Junkrat. Absolutely cleaning house Trevor is. Looks like Nevada has just pushed through Greene County's defenses like it was butter. Like a knife through butter. I don't know. Don't ask me. Nevada is absolutely melting through their defenses on Greene County's side. Let's see what's going on with Greene County's side. Greene County is scared. They don't know what's going on. The D.Va tried to sneak up from behind Nevada, but doesn't ultimately succeed, getting spotted in the process. Ultimately, the D.Va ultimately killing our Baptiste. Trevor with another beautiful hook, taking that D.Va out of mech. It is important to take that D.Va out of mech. Oh, and Roadhog just gets annihilated with that grenade. Jeremy absolutely cleaning house with the other team. What a play! Jeremiah getting that one tire kill. Roadhog definitely trying to push everybody back so that way nobody can get on the point. Trevor is a madman for doing that. D.Va trying to be a hero, doesn't success. Nevada is cleaning house. Oh, and the Junkrat ultimately takes out half of the Nevada team. Greene County is getting their defenses right back up. Nevada is trying to put the damage in so that way they can get some picks off, but they're getting picked off slowly as the other enemy team is trying to keep the point. I am making no coherent sense.
Half their team is dead. Half their team is dead.
Junkrat desperately trying to get that shield down, but ultimately goes down. Ultimately takes out... Oh, what an embarrassment. What an embarrassing move to go down to. Jeremy trying desperately to take out that D.Va. D.Va lives another day. D.Va... Nevada only having a minute left to play.
Screw it up, screw up, football.
Looks like Greene County is about to take this one, but it might be a tie. Junkrat uses his ult, but only gets Nevada Cubs 5. Jeremy with another beautiful cleaning house. Jeremy desperately trying to take point, using his shotguns just to get the point. Will he press W? Nobody knows. Jeremy ultimately gets taken out by the enemy Junkrat. Reinhardt absolutely just hits Brigitte with that big hammer of his. And it looks like it is a tie. That game has ended. Wait,
Nope, we didn't get as far as that.
oh yeah, that is true. Greene County takes this win in round 2.
Play of the game.
Greene County's Junkrat absolutely getting a 3-man, getting a 4-man. What a play by their Junkrat. Ladies and gentlemen, that is game. We're going to have a slight intermission. We will be right back.
Yes.
Now traveling to the south.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with a control point map for you guys. So the team that hits 100% on the point will win the round. There are 2 rounds to this.
Pretty confident we can take it. So go.
Ready for battle.
Now once I saw what it was, a Widowmaker or a Hunter would be great here.
Both teams have chosen who are they going to play.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1.
And the match starts with people walking towards the point.
Both just trying to get some points as quick as we can.
Nevada ultimately taking the point before the point is actually unlocked. Junkrat absolutely getting pulverized by both the Diva and the Brigitte. Looks like Nevada can't take the point. Greene County has taken the point from Nevada. Everybody is dying to Greene County. Nevada, step it up. Greene County, good job. Looks like Nevada's going to group up to go in for a really mean attack point. Diva and Diva 1v1ing, trying to see who is taking dominance over one another. Words are hard, okay, guys. Jeremy using his ult just as an emergency so that way he can create some space between everybody.
Send your dragon straight that way. Send your dragon straight that way.
Nevada using their noodle dragon, trying to see if they can get anybody. Everybody is... Nevada having really good defense, keeping Greene County from taking that point. Looks like Greene County's Reinhardt is pushing them, making them get off the point. Swing his hammer like a madman, desperately trying to take care of their tanks. I don't know. But they did it. Josiah getting 2 picks, getting both headshots. Jeremy ultimately cleaning house, creating some distance so that Nevada can take the point. Junkrat ultimately getting a 3-man yet again. Junkrat goes down to Jeremy like always.
See that which is unseen.
Diva's ulting on point. There are no survivors on that point after that push. That push was mean. The only... Oh, and Jeremy goes down. And Tetsuya goes down as well. It is now overtime, and Greene County has taken the point. They have claimed the point, and now they get a win. Moving on to round 2. Let's see if Nevada will step up their game so that way they can get the next point.
Ready for battle.
Nevada is trying desperately to push them back so that way they can take point to see who is the alpha in this neighborhood. The point is open and Greene County has taken their point, claiming their status. It's not looking good for Nevada right here. Nevada is trying desperately to get the point, but doesn't quite know how to. Nevada putting in a large push to see if they can get anything. Nevada is ultimately desperately trying to get the point, see if they can push anybody off. Diva absolutely breaking Nevada's Reinhardt. Yeah, Reinhardt's next. Jeremy trying to get a pick, doesn't get a pick, absolutely gets smacked over the head with a hammer. Nevada is taking the point, now reclaiming their honor. But now they have to wait another 90 seconds just to get the point. Greene County only needs to push Nevada off the point so that way they can get that last 1% and to go into overtime. Jeremy going for another Death Blossom and gets 3 of the opposing team's main tanks, main people, basically. With 50% on the point, Nevada needs to hold for another 50% just to get the win. Jeremy going in for the flank, absolutely trying to clean house, but ultimately wraiths away. Looks like Nevada's trying to play it safe and stay on the point. Greene County's Diva trying to be really aggressive, trying to be a hero, but gets ultimately slammed to the ground by their Reinhardt. But ultimately the Reinhardt gets killed by the enemy Reinhardt. Nevada absolutely wiping the floor with Greene County, taking their point back. Nevada takes the round. Now it is a tie between both schools. Nevada or Greene County needs to win one more point to get the win for the match. Nevada and Greene County making it look like Pirates of the Caribbean yet again. Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Jumping down to the point, trying desperately to see which team can get the point. Nevada's Lucio trying to boop all of them off so that he can get that sweet play of the game. Reinhardt looks like he's getting overwhelmed, and he did get overwhelmed by Jeremy putting one in his face. Nevada is putting Greene County in their place where they belong. Greene County is getting desperately, it's not desperately, is getting absolutely hammered by Nevada.
Most likely going to go right back up to where they
Enemy Ryan charges one of them off the cliff. Not off the cliff, but you know what I mean. Greene County is trying to take point. Greene County's diva is now a baby diva, but gets taken out by the Hog. Hog using ult, trying desperately to keep... Oh, and the Hog goes down. Nevada's Junkrat is now throwing everything at them. Ryan solo shatters one of ours. Nevada has a pretty good defense up going. Looks like Greene County has now taken the point from Nevada. Greene County is absolutely now putting Nevada in their place, seeing who can be number one on top. Nevada's Baptiste not knowing what to do, tries to push but gets told. Tetsuya getting everybody in there, gives them the good old slam pow. Nevada is wiping the floor with Greene County. Greene County's defenses go down. Now Nevada has the point. Oh, and the enemy Ryan shatters and absolutely takes out half the team. Yet again, Nevada's wiping the floor with Greene County. Nevada ultimately taking the win.
Play of the game.
Jeremy getting play of the game like an absolute Chad that he is, cleaning house with them. What an amazing Death Blossom. It is now 2-1. Nevada absolutely wiping the floor with Greene County, putting them in their place. Will Greene County step it up to make sure that they can reclaim their crown? Nevada and Greene County are taking a little break, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go and refill your drink, maybe get some popcorn, and we will be right back.
Welcome to Blizzard World. Initiating launch.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are having another payload map, but it is on Blizzard World. Blizzard World is it's just a map. Let's be honest. Oh, it's called a hybrid map. It's a capture point and then escort. Thanks for the reminder.
See, you've been doing this for years.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, but I stopped playing for like a year, so.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Their father and daughter.
No.
Nevada needs to get one more entire win so that way they can win this match.
Back the shield up to right about here.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Sorry, I lost Nevada for a second.
Urgot's dead.
Looks like Nevada is defending on the point. Will it be the play of a century? We will never know. By that I mean they'll either get steamrolled or they'll actually defend. Reinhardt trying to be a hero, but puts himself out of position and now is getting punished. Greene County was able to get that res off for their Rhine. Their Rhine was about to charge in, but doesn't. But ends up slapping the Brigitte around like a sack of potatoes. Greene County is getting pushed out of position, but they don't know what to do. All they know is that they have to survive in the position that they are currently in. Trevor pushing that Rhine back and putting him in his place. And Jeremy getting a 3-man. What is this man? An absolute monster of an ankle breaker. Bernie Sanders. Greene County is desperately trying to take the point, but can't even get close to the point due to Neveda's amazing defense. Let's see what the point of view of a Greene County scrub is. This Mercy's trying to be a hero, trying to heal everybody as she can. And successfully doing so. Mercy mains. Trevor is getting pinned. Trevor gets absolutely annihilated. Not a trace left of him. I don't know what Jeremy was trying to do. Jeremy ultimately gets a kill, though, by his death bomb. Greene County is taking the point. Looks like Neveda's defenses was broken in a matter of seconds after that push. Nevada desperately trying to keep the point, successfully taking over the point, reclaiming what is theirs. All Nevada needs to do is hold that point until the time runs out. They have 16 seconds to hold that point. Greene County not knowing what they're doing. They're getting their ankles broken. Diva is trying to be a hero, but doesn't successfully do so. The match has gone into overtime, ladies and gentlemen, and Nevada has taken the point. Nevada needs to take that first point in order to get that last win that they need. Let's see if Greene County has what it takes to defend against Nevada.
Initiating the match.
Yeah. Nevada is taking absolutely no prisoners when it comes to this. They want that crown as bad as you do, ladies and gentlemen.
Ready for battle.
And now defending begins with Greene County defending this time. Will Nevada get cocky about this win? We will never know.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Looks like they're doing a dive comp. Nevada is doing a dive comp, it looks like. With Monkey and Diva. Looks like Greene County is putting the damage into them. Oh, Nevada teleporting behind him. What a play. Jeremy with a beautiful rollout to death. Looks like Nevada is now retreating from the point because they couldn't take it with that first push that they had. Nevada with their monkey trying to... Nevada with monkey now distracting them. Nevada's monkey was no match for their diva. Baptiste using his ult so that they can get some extra damage in, ladies and gentlemen. Nevada taking point. Diva is trying to be a hero, but ultimately gets flung out of the arena. Nevada absolutely taking the point. Nevada wins! Putting Greene County into their place yet again. Looks like Nevada has won their first game of the season. And ever in Overwatch, I guess. This actually surprises me more than you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremy absolutely cleaning house in that one specific building. He must feel proud about himself. Nevada taking the win and Greene County absolutely failing. Greene County was no match for Nevada whatsoever.